Hi Aries, welcome to your daily video. I hope you're doing great today. This is November the 15th. I hope you're fantastic. So what we have going on here is the Sun in the 8th house with Mercury and Mars. There could be things coming up from below the surface, secrets, things that are hidden, repressed emotions coming up to be revealed or talked about. People could feel highly emotional with the moon in Aries. It's the first house, sometimes called the god of war, but Aries is very ambitious, very powerful. It's about personal power. So this is in opposition to partnering with others or having a balanced perspective. Today is very emotional. The moon drives our emotions and the way that we feel, and it intensifies the way we feel. Now this moon is squared to Venus. Chiron is also squared to Venus in Capricorn, which would be caring about reputation or wanting the finer things in life. Now, this could be a little self-destructive if you feel very frustrated, because Chiron's in opposition to Libra. Libra is a balanced perspective ruled by Venus. So it's like wanting to be a peacemaker and wanting things to be equal. But when we have the wound itself, or when you feel like you have personally suffered from something, which is Chiron, and the moon together could intensify your feeling of what is not fair for you personally, and then therefore makes you want to be more driven and ambitious. This is then at a 90-degree angle to Venus, and the Venus is at a 90-degree angle to Libra. So there's a resistance to having a balanced approach. This is like all or nothing for fame and fortune, you know, and it could be tangible goods, it could be cars and houses. It's like you want to see the fruits of your labor, and you want to, it's like an accumulation, and you want the fame and the fortune, you want this recognition, but you also want the tangible goods, the money and the resources. You want to be paid, basically. So Venus, Capricorn is discipline. It's the result of your hard work that you did in Sagittarius. So whatever you learned in Sagittarius, then if you're disciplined and you apply yourself, you'll see the fruits of your labor in Capricorn. But they sometimes say Capricorn is karma, which I don't necessarily always believe, but it could be your circumstances. Now, if you're in a circumstance where you've busted your butt, you've worked as hard as you possibly can, and it's not budging, then that could cause you personal frustration. But what you need to do is discover a different route. You need to change course, mix it up. You have to find a way to invent something new, basically, is the solution. You don't just get mad and boil over and yell at your boss and say, you know, I've worked here 20 years and why am I not getting blah, blah, blah. That's not the road to go with this T-square, because a T-square presents, it's two 90-degree, it's a triangle, it's two 90-degree angles and then an opposition underlying it. So there's an opposition. So basically you could, if Libra and Aries are opposing each other right now, you could focus more on yourself, improving yourself, working on healing yourself, and then squared to fame and fortune. Now, if things are feeling very frustrating for you, Neptune is in Pisces here, connecting to Jupiter. And so you could imagine a new way, which would be that energy of fantasy or daydream, or think of a new way to do something. Come up with a different idea or a different way of doing something. Now, be creative, you know, find a different approach, basically. If what you're trying isn't working and you feel very frustrated because of this, there's an opposition to Libra. So there's like an opposition to wanting to partner with someone. It's kind of like, I'm all in for me, forget you, and like this is all about me. But in fact, that might not be working because the energies are resisting each other. They're not flowing. What is flowing is Saturn to Chiron. What did you learn? And how can you not do that again, basically? Saturn in Aquarius to Chiron. How were you wounded, or how are you suffering from discipline or order on a collective, and how can you not do that again? And then Saturn is also, it's discipline, it's order, it's being very serious on a large group. Aquarius connecting to the suffering of the self. So whatever that means for you, that's what's going on. And here we have Jupiter connecting to Neptune. Jupiter is squared to the Sun. Pluto is in harmony with Mercury and Scorpio. It would behoove you and do very well for yourself if you can articulate Mercury, talk to people about your hopes and dreams or your deepest desires to make that radical change, because Pluto is radical change. It's digging deep within the self, doing soul searching. What do you need to do to change, make a radical change in yourself so that you do see the fruits of your labor, or you do have some kind of, I'm saying fame and fortune, but it doesn't have to be fame and fortune. It's basically just the manifestation of your work. So if you haven't worked or you haven't done anything whatsoever, that could be a place to start. It's like you need to embody the energy of Saturn a little bit. Saturn in Aquarius could also be connect with people, make serious connections to other people, network or talk to people. Now, Jupiter again, squared to the Sun in Scorpio. There's a resistance to expansion because of something that is going on within the soul. Now, that could be fear. It could be so many things. The Sun, Mercury, Mars, very powerful soul energy. The house of transformation, rebirth, ruled by Mars and Pluto. It's all about the phoenix rising from the ashes and believing in yourself again. So there's something here about a suffering connected to Saturn and Aquarius. That could be so many things. I mean, Aquarius is anything where there's a connection with lots and lots of people, not just your neighbor and your family. This is like huge, large groups, like an entire high school class or school, an entire church, an entire college. This Saturn energy is cracking down. It's a disciplinarian on, and that is connected directly to your personal suffering. Now, I don't know what the personal suffering would be. It could be your identity. It could be how you feel about yourself, your self-esteem, your self-worth, and how that was affected by this Saturn energy. So basically the energies that are beneficial are always Jupiter and Venus. These are good luck and good fortune, happy energies. And Mars can give you the ambition to go after what you want. The Sun is always positive because it gives life force to everything. It gives life to things. So if we have the Sun giving life to the hidden, most secret parts of the self and the soul, this Sun will bring it up. Like, it can't stay hidden anymore. It's the shadow side of the self that basically just gets brought forward through anything, any kind of communication, talking to people. Mercury here is basically aligned with Sagittarius, so there could be philosophy, education, belief systems, any of that going on. And then we have Mercury aligned with Pluto. Mars is connected to Venus. So Mars is sextile to Venus, which is actually very good. So you could actually feel energized by Mars to actually be brave and courageous, the courageous warrior, soul warrior, to go after your fame and fortune or whatever it is that you are desiring. whatever it is that it drives you. So it might not be fame and fortune. It could be anything that brings pleasure to you, but also reflects on your reputation. So however that would be in your eyes. It can be anything. Just remember, Venus is pleasure and it rules over all things that feel good to you. So Mercury, Mars, and these energies here have to do with powerful emotions. And so let's see what we have coming in. I have this thing is stuck. My mouse is frustrating for you, Aries. If you're putting your heart and soul into something and you feel like there's a resistance to you accomplishing your goals and or receiving what you feel you deserve to receive. So Neptune connecting to this energy of Jupiter would mean try to imagine or do something new and innovative. Try to do something differently than what you've already been doing. Okay, lots of frustrating energy, like all of a sudden I've got some kind of like roof work going on, or my neighbor upstairs, I don't even know at this point. It can make you feel angry. I mean, to be honest, it feels like that kind of like feeling of why me, which is like the Chiron energy and the moon. It's like, why me? You know. I mean, with Mercury and Scorpio too, you have to be careful. Like, you can rip someone's head off, like just yelling at them over something really small. We have the King of the Earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Being grounded, being professional, responsible. It could be a person in your life. 5 of Wands, competition, conflict. People are striving, competing, striving. Things are feeling very frustrating for me, like little things, like just little tiny things. Okay, we have a judgment underlying. So we have the renewal, the rebirth, spiritual callings, something being brought up again, going through something again, but it is a rebirth. The judgment is also favorable. This is in your favor. So it's a blessing. It comes from the divine. We have a 3 of Cups, happiness, joy, positivity, celebration, good times. 8 of the Air, feeling very worried or concerned about something. Something beyond your control. I feel like this isn't, you don't have control over this. It's not for you to worry about. Crossing the energy is people who are competing. Okay. Incoming energy is the wheel of good luck and good fortune. Things are going to change. Things are going to change in your favor. So what is Aries energy here? What is Aries energy? The Lovers. So choices, healing, duality, the energy of Gemini. Gemini energy. It says carefully weigh your decision. Somebody is competing with you. There's like an inner struggle. Somebody around you, 8 of Cups. They are feeling like they don't want to invest their soul into something anymore. They're walking away. Okay, you're thinking here 7 of Pentacles of a strategy. Or you're considering your money or your finances. So what are we getting here as the outcome for Aries today? The Page of Swords. Somebody observing you, watching you. Could be someone challenging you, bringing you unnecessary drama. What is the Eight of Swords? Gossip. Ooh, feeling very worried. There's some kind of concern or unnecessary worry. But we have the Empress, Venus, abundance. And then we have the Ten of Cups. It could be the energy of a mother or a parent. The Empress could be a mother figure, a grandmother. Ten of Cups can be a family member. The Fool card's on the bottom though, letting go. Okay, what's the outcome here with the Page of Swords? That could be some news or information you're getting as well. Ooh, Queen of Wands. Somebody is watching you, Aries. It could be a love connection with the Lovers. Oh wow, the Chariot, fast forward movement, determination, willpower. The Chariot represents an achievement and self-discipline. So what have you done? You are the Phoenix rising from the ashes right now with the renewal underlying everything. You're going through a breakthrough. The Wheel of Fortune comes into the future as the change, the karmic change, Jupiter energy. So Jupiter right now is in Aquarius. So your energy is choices, duality, male, female. What you're going to find out about is somebody is very concerned possibly about someone else's actions. Six of Air, things are getting easier though. The Emperor and the Two of Cups. There is a partnership that you are in where you are the alpha, like you are the emperor. So we have an Emperor and an Empress, a Ten of Cups and a Two of Cups. There's a partnership, a love bond, a connection. Underlying is a renewal, a rebirth. A rebirth is when something burns all the way down to the ground and then grows back up very quickly. It's a relaunch. It is spiritual. It can be just from the divine, from God, saying now, this is going to happen for you now. Your energy is Lovers. Lovers is unity, but it's also the energy of Gemini. Choices that you make. Nine of Wands, relentless, not giving up. And what else do we have here for Aries energy? Okay, Five of Water, Queen of Earth, Page of Water. So you may get some news from someone where you're very concerned about them. Ace of Cups is on the bottom, and the Hierophant and Four of Air. Let's just keep going with this. Aries, your energy is the Lovers and the Nine of Wands. You have a choice, but you choose to not give up. Eight of Swords. There's something here about self-doubt. I don't think it's you though. If you're coming up Queen of Wands, self-doubt, worry, concern, nervousness, fear, feeling like there's nothing you can do in a situation. Three of Pentacles, other people, teams, groups, co-workers, friends, people who are on your side. What is the Wheel here? What is the Wheel of Fortune turning for Aries today? Queen of Water, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, following your intuition. What is the renewal? What is the judgment? What is the renewal? Wow. So we have here a King of Water, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or a love connection. And the Ten of Pentacles, money, wealth, and abundance, long-term connections, family, friends, houses, material manifestation. Ooh, the Victory, Six of Wands. Somebody rides in on the horse of victory. So what is around Aries? We have Eight of Cups. Somebody is moving on. Queen of Air and Ace of Coin. Somebody is a little bitter. The Magician. Manipulation. Two of Wands. Somebody is trying to move in a new direction. King of Wands. Six of Air is the outcome. Actually, the outcome was the Page of Swords, which is a challenging, very petty, gossipy energy, or it could be somebody observing or watching you. So to clarify that, I got the Queen of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I also got a Six of Air, things becoming easier for you. And then I also got the Chariot, fast forward movement, momentum, impulsively moving forward, but very ambitious and driven. The energy coming into your awareness is something about not knowing what's going on. It could be uncertainty, but we have here the Emperor and the Two of Cups, a very strong bond with the person here, and the Ten of Water and the Empress. So there's like a very strong relationship here. Somebody is very nervous or concerned. What is the Eight of Swords? Why is eight? That's like self-doubt, worry, worrying about things you have no control over. What is the Eight of Swords? Strength card, ambition, Ten of Water. Okay, what is this Ten of Water? Standing up for yourself. Someone here is Seven of Swords. It's something that you don't know. It could be somebody's hiding things, not talking about things, refusing to, they're keeping something to themselves. They're selfishly keeping information to themselves. Seven of Swords to me is selfish. It's just looking out for yourself, which is fine sometimes. What is the Judgment? Two of Swords. You have to make a big decision. King of Water and the Two of Swords. A lack of clarity. There could be denial about a situation. What is this? Okay, the Death card. Could be a Scorpio. What is the Eight of Cups in the environment? Magician again. So I got Magician a minute ago. This is somebody who is, they've got a lot of ideas about how to manipulate and maneuver a situation, but their heart is not really in something. Wow, there's an Ace of Water. There's a new potential for love, peace, or happiness. Aries, your energy is the Lovers. So what is the Lovers here? Strength card, self-control, Seven of Cups. That could be, it could be having a lot of options or choices. The Tower and the Wheel. Something unexpectedly changes for the better. Eight of Swords, fear, worry, and concern about this world energy, this closure or completion. What comes into the future with the Wheel of Fortune? King of the Air, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You get some information from someone. King of Pentacles, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy. Somebody around you may just be unexpectedly sending you some communication. It could be good. It could be something where they're departing, like they're going somewhere. They are going on a trip, or they're, you know, going elsewhere. Your energy in the outcome is really good though. Ten of Cups, happily ever after, family, friends. It's like you get some challenging information from someone. They send you a note or a message. It's not said in the best way. It's kind of blunt or inconsiderate. You come off as Queen of Wands. So it could irritate you a little, but you're very strong and resilient. Six of Swords is you stay out of the conflict. You don't get baited into an argument. And the Chariot is your eyes are forward. You're not even looking back. Chariot is fast forward movement. determination and willpower coming from the energy of the moon, which is Cancer. So very powerful emotions today. Moon in Aries is very powerful emotions. What else do we have for Aries? The Page of Water and the Eight of Earth. Page of Water is a good energy, but it can be immature, flirty, not serious, basically. Just not very serious, but I always wonder about that. Like, why is somebody flirty? What are they trying to get from me? Like, what are they trying to get? Like, okay, we have the Tower, a Five of Pentacles, and a Page of Earth. Somebody around you, possibly, because it's not your energy at all, someone around you is going through some kind of sudden change. They weren't expecting it. But your energy here is really good, Aries. Your outcome is really good for you personally. What's coming into your awareness, so what you're going to find out about is Eight of Air. So either somebody feels trapped, isolated, alone, they don't know what to do. It's a very concerning situation. You come in as the Emperor and Two of Cups. You could be trying to help somebody out. This underlying energy was the Judgment, King of Water, and Ten of Pentacles. There could be a long-term connection to a person here. Crossing your energy was inner struggle. So Five of Wands, which is competitive, striving. It can be team sports that are competitive. But I don't know what the goal is, what someone is trying to win. Your energy is very good. You're refusing to give up, and you know that you have a choice. So it's almost like you know you have a choice to not get upset, and yet at the same time you don't give up on a situation. Okay, so I'm going to pull one of these Divine Feminine cards. Okay, so this is really cool. I got the Mary Magdalene card, which is, I got Kuan Yin as well. Okay, so Mary Magdalene is basically, some say the wife of Jesus, but it was a follower of Jesus, and she had a rebirth or a transformation from one way of being to another way of being. And it's an apostle to the apostles, and she is a bridge between heaven and earth, fully human but also fully divine. She was washing Jesus's feet when he was on the cross, and she was definitely made a transformation. I think she was like a sort of a fallen woman in the town, and Jesus accepted her, and she had this transformation. Kuan Yin. I don't know too much about Kuan Yin. It's someone who recognizes suffering in order to release it. Curiosity breeds compassion. This is the goddess of compassion. So we have two very compassionate energies, almost the energy of like a volunteer, or someone who does volunteer work for organizations, giving of the self. That could be Moon in Aries as well. You feel like it's up to you to make a change. That's in opposition to finding a partner to work with you. This is like feeling a personal responsibility, and that is at a resistance to fame and fortune, money. It's not all on you, Aries. So just know that it is not all up to you. That could be a false sense of ego. Like, it's not up to you to save the world. You just do your part. It's like you don't want to partner with someone else. For some reason, you feel like that won't help you, but there is like this resistance to success by possibly holding on to wounds of the past. So these two cards here of compassion could be very helpful for you today. I have Fatima, the mother of Imams. Gratitude is my religion. That's really interesting. So we have like 3 cards here of gratitude and compassion and listening to people and seeking to understand people instead of getting so frustrated with someone. You could seek to understand them, open your heart, be compassionate, follow your intuition with the moon in Aries. But also, it's not all up to you. Powerful emotions can make you do something impulsive. When it's squared, there's a resistance. You could actually try even harder to do something. So Aries, this is your reading for the day. I appreciate each and every one of you. Please check out my website. Thank you so much and take care.